Over the weekend, I went and saw The Book of Mormon.
Oh, did you?
I did. I got
That's
rush
fun.
tickets. Front row seats
No
for
way.
The Book of Mormon. Yeah, I could
Did anybody spit on you?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh,
But
that's
I
because
could-
Jonathan Groff wasn't in it.
No
That's why.
Jonathan Groff, but it was great. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I looked into the orchestra pit and was like, wow. Musicians.
I love
They're
a
just
pit.
like us. Yeah, it's really
Pits
cool.
are always. I love when productions do a bit with someone in the pit. Like I remember in college we did a production of 25th annual the Putnam County Spelling
Yes.
Bee. And there was one bit, there's at one point in the show when like the kids are drinking juice boxes, and there was like a little bit that we did with I wasn't in it, but there was a little bit that they did with the conductor where it was like they were collecting all the empty juice boxes, and the conductor like raised his hand out of the pit with a juice box, and she came and like grabbed it and threw it away.
That's
And I was
cute.
like, that's funny. I like when
Love
they do
to
that.
include the musicians in the show.
Yeah, all day, every day.
So have you been a part of any bits on stage?
Probably. I can't remember any at this exact
because
moment.
you told me there was like a word that you tried to get into a thing.
That was just a tradition thing. So there was a tradition at my college where in your final show of your senior year, or of not your final show, just the final show of senior year, that all of the seniors would try to work in Sticky Wicket, like swap something out in their dialogue for that. But luckily in my case, it was an improv show.
So you didn't have to swap out anything.
We didn't have to swap out anything, but there was a rule. Our director told us we could only do it if it was part of a couplet, a rhyming couplet.
Nice.
So like it had to be two seniors and one senior had to pitch the rhyme to the other, and they had to complete it with Sticky Wicket. And it was me and my best friend Ricky. We
Love
got to do
that.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Sam.
That was improv. And this is the Rom Complex.
Romance ain't gotta be overrated or complicated. The Rom Complex. Welcome, we're glad you made it, but don't be shaded. Rom Complex. It's just the Rom Complex. It's just the Rom Complex.
I mean, improv is just all of the segues that you do.
Yeah, we're improving
That's
right now.
improv, baby.
It's not like we scripted this.
You're so right.
It's all,
I mean, all day, every day is improv. Anytime you open your
Exactly.
mouth and you're not reading lines,
yes.
it's just improv, baby.
There was a like college rom-com starring, oh my God, it was Ted from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
And I think it was Elizabeth Olsen. And
Yes.
she's like an improv student and he's like older. And she's like, yeah, all our lives are improv, like all conversation. And I just like watching it as like that age, I was like, wow, it's so true.
Isn't that movie called like Liberal Arts or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I've seen it. I don't remember that she was an improv student.
I swear she was in improv. Like that was one of the
she
things about
probably
her.
was, but like I genuinely don't remember a single plot point about that movie.
And let me tell you, I remember nothing else.
It just happens like that sometimes. You know?
But we're not here to talk about liberal arts.
I wish we were. I really wish we were.
You clearly did not like this movie that we... Okay, to be fair, we went into this movie knowing, okay, that it is
Nothing.
called Relationship Goals. It's an
Yes.
Amazon Prime movie from
Original,
this year.
yes.
Original. It just came out. And it's starring Kelly Rowland and Method Man. We did no other research.
I'll take you. I'll raise you one more. I didn't realize that was Method Man until about 15 minutes into the film. I was like, wait a second.
That is
that
Cliff Method Man Smith is the leading role.
Oh, Cliff Smith.
I believe that's his name. Unless it's
Cliff?
like Clint. No, it must be Cliff.
Cliff
Clint is
Smith.
horrible.
Clint is an awful name.
I'm sorry if you're named Clint.
Change it.
Change it.
Remove the N. Really make a statement.
Clint Smith.
Yeah. Clint Smith. That's a great name.
Okay, that is a really good name.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue a lot better.
It does. It's a lot easier to say.
So relationship goals is about, while vying for the same job, a TV news producer and her ex go from rivals to lovers with the help of, okay, surprise, a faith-based book about relationships called Relationship Goals.
Help.
So, Sam, would you like to take what this movie is really about, or shall I?
Oh, God. I can try. This movie is really about... I can't do it. You do it. I literally can't. I can't even form words.
Of course. And I was hoping you would say that, because this movie is, of course, propaganda for a YouTube pastor's book about relationships. And that's pretty much all.
Okay, but I
We've got
will
a
say
really
this.
basic formulaic rom-com structure with a whole thing about
Faith thing.
a pastor kind of thrown in there.
Well, we were just talking before we started recording about how even that just feels shoehorned in
Yes.
at the last minute, because it feels out of place. Like, it doesn't really affect all that much, except there are various scenes of them being like, well, I read the book and I just think I should do this, blah, blah, like
Yes.
changing their ways of thinking. But it doesn't play an active role in the plot by any means.
Yeah, the influences, I would say, are shallow and seem to be like they could have replaced it with a different book about relationships.
Yeah. They could have replaced it with a lot of, not
They
even
could
a
have
book.
replaced it with a lot of things. Like someone
I
already
saw
had
a podcast.
Yeah, someone already had this rom-com structure set up and was like waiting for the right YouTube star to input in.
As someone who works in marketing, I do genuinely feel like this pastor who was shopping around his book was like, we need to get this into a film.
I
And they
think so
like
too.
made a talent partnership or something. He's in it too.
He
I
is
actually
in it, yeah.
talked to a friend of mine today, and she used to follow, like, she was subscribed, I guess, to, does he have a YouTube channel? She would like watch his services and stuff. And then she's like, and then at some point I was just like, this dude's too corny. Like, I need to stop
very
watching
corny.
it.
And
I thought
is
he was
the thing.
AI. I did.
Yes.
I genuinely did. Like, I'm not even trying to make a joke right now. I literally, there's a scene where he's just like he's like talking about the book or whatever. And I'm like, are you sure this is a real guy?
It's because he's doing it like it's a YouTube thing, but he's in a movie. So, and that's YouTube, recording for YouTube is different. Like if I were recording for like, if I were on camera for something, I wouldn't be talking the way I am to you.
Yeah. But I also think, and this, guys, if you agree, if you've seen this movie and you agree, write in the comments. It's that when he's talking, he's showing you every single tooth in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
That is so unsettling to me. That is what reads as Uncanny Valley. And that's why I thought, because he's the pastor, spoiler, that like marries them at the end, right?
Yeah.
That guy, I swear to God, I was like, that's AI.
Yeah.
People don't look and talk like that.
He's Uncanny Valley. It's not that he's he's handsome, but
No,
in like
he's
an
very handsome.
Uncanny Valley way where it's
He's
like,
not
are you too, what?
He seems like a robot.
Is it too symmetrical? What's
Maybe.
going on here?
It also feels, and I have no foundation for this, it also feels like he's never blinked a day in his life. I have no evidence.
He's giving like first day of Love Island, like still surface level.
Like we don't know their personality yet. Listen, I'm sure he's good at his job and he loves what he does, but I didn't need it. I didn't need it for this movie.
Yeah, I do think, I mean, the whole idea, right, is relationships and this faith-based thing, and he's got some ideas and like lingo that he uses, but you don't really get, the movie isn't like teaching you how to follow the book.
Mm-mm.
It's really just a rom-com.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll read some excerpts from the book, but then I'm like, you could have got that from anywhere.
And let me tell you, I didn't realize until partway through, like I had to look it up because they started talking about like YouTube pastor Michael Todd. And I'm like, they keep saying his name. Is this a real person?
Yeah.
I was hoping it was not. I was hoping it was
That would have been
made
funnier.
up. That's just the plot of the movie.
Yeah, no, apparently he's a, real pastor. I just think as someone with religious trauma, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
No, this was clearly made for people who are like, I'm Christian.
Yeah. I love God.
Yeah.
I have Jesus in my heart.
Yeah. So, and again, nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not my cup of tea.
So let's get into what happens in this movie.
I guess we shall.
So we've got our boss babe news producer, Leah.
Kelly Rowland.
This is Kelly Rowland. And her boss is retiring, so she thinks she's a shoo-in for showrunner of the little morning news show that she works on. Until the higher-ups kind of blindside her and bring in another candidate who is like
A man.
her, not only a man, and not only like a big shot nighttime news guy. He's
Daytime news and nighttime
Right.
news.
he's her ex, Jarrett Roy. And he walks
AKA
in.
Method Man.
It is Method Man, yes.
I'm so sorry. You're saying the names. I forgot even while watching it, and I will
know.
forget later. So they will be titled their actor names.
That is
Kelly
why
Rowland.
I had to write it down. I had paper. I wrote down
Yeah.
on paper while I watched this because I was like, I will not remember.
Do you know what I will say? And I think I'm going to apologize to everyone listening now. I think this movie was harder to watch after watching the Super Bowl halftime show because I was so jazzed and I was
Yeah.
so like, hell yeah, let's go. That I started watching this movie and I was like, oh, it's kind of
It's
not
not-
fun. It's
not
not
a
as
high
fun as the
energy.
other thing. Yeah, so I don't remember anybody's name. But yeah, we were there. I went. I watched it.
You went. You were at the Super. No, you were watching the movie.
I wish. No. So yes, Leah and Jarrett. Let's see if I can make that stick.
So she's obviously mad, Leah, because
Classic.
not only does she deserve the job, right? And
Yes.
this was not expected, but also Jarrett cheated on her when they were together so long
Ooh.
ago.
Yep.
And poor Leah now, she's got that classic rom-com trauma of having a list, a list of qualities a man must have for her to
Yeah.
consider dating him. We've seen this in other movies.
Who hasn't written a list? Let's. Whether you still have it is irrelevant. At some point, we've all written a list.
I mean, I've always thought, I'm like, well, this would be nice, or like maybe that, but like it was never, oh, this has to be this way. Because I wasn't a Leah. We'll see in this movie that I'm more of a Treese.
Yeah.
One of her friends. But on we go.
On we go. So they obviously have animosity. And also just like she obviously, and rightfully so probably, still views him as that like never taking anything seriously playboy type,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously he cheated on her. So
Right.
not only is she rightfully upset for not just getting the job that she's worked for and earned, but now she's up against someone that she's like, he's not even taking this seriously. He doesn't
Right.
even care.
He doesn't care about
about
anything.
this.
He can't
So she's,
commit
like,
to anything.
Right. So she's defensive because now she's defending her show because in her mind, this is her show. So, you know, everybody's guards are up. We're all ready to go. But Jarrett is like, you know, he's talking a different talk and he's saying that he's walking a different walk. I'm not the same person
He's a
I was
changed
then
man.
because I read a book
Right.
written by Jesus.
So, the Bible. So, okay. So that's where we get into this. Where like, as a job, one of the weaknesses that the directors or whatever see in Leah is that she's not a team player, which is funny because we kind of had that same thing in our last movie also.
Yeah. This idea that women aren't team players is
Just-
wild.
I know. Or if women are like high achieving, they're not team players or something.
Right.
Whereas Leah has such a cute relationship with her assistant. They're like doing little dances together and stuff.
Right.
Like she seems like a team player to me.
Right. It's almost like they're saying, oh, she's not a team player when she's doing her literal job, which is to make final decisions.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, she's not a real team player. It's like, oh, because she has final say and
Right.
you don't agree with her call. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Clearly she has a good relationship with her working staff. They all want her to have the job.
They really all do. And so, but they all also like, oh, Method Man's hot. Like, oh, have you seen his abs? Like they're really
He did
into
have some
him.
really good abs, we'll say.
Yeah.
And he's like a polished, well-spoken man. You know what I mean? Like he's confident.
Yeah.
And he has that energy. So yeah, of course. They're like, who doesn't
okay.
want to have a hot boss is all I'll
Right.
say.
Fair. Not me. I can't be distracted from work.
No, I would love to be distracted. Are you kidding? Give
No,
me
I
something
must
hot to look at.
get my tasks done, Sam.
Nah.
So the current boss, they're like pitching ideas for the Valentine's Day segment, right?
Mhm.
And the current boss is going to retire, and that's why there's going to be a new showrunner. He decides that Leah and Jarrett should work together after Jarrett pitches an idea that everyone likes about a segment about the book Relationship Goals by Pastor Michael Todd.
Who is a real pastor
Of
and
YouTube.
not
Yes.
AI.
Not AI, a
Just
real
want to make
man.
it clear. He is a real person.
Real person. His wife, Natalie, I think, also in the movie, which is
Yes.
cool. Put your wife in the movie. I
why
mean,
not?
I think that's a good call. So Leah doesn't want to do this. She thinks it's cheesy. It is. And she's like, she wants to do more of like a takedown piece on Valentine's Day and love. And everyone's kind of teasing her for being so cynical about
so
love.
down on love. Yeah.
Right. So they're like, no, we're doing this piece on YouTube pastor Michael Todd. And they have to go. They have to
I
go
feel like
to
this episode is
Tulsa
going to turn into a promotional video for
YouTube pastor,
Michael Todd.
I don't know, because the way we're talking about this movie, I don't know if it's
No, but
really
they
in
could
the
clip
light
us.
that he would want.
They could clip us, Shelby.
That you
Every
they
time
could,
we say YouTube pastor Michael Todd,
they could
just clip
Frank
it.
and bite us. Yeah,
Exactly.
So they're working together, and during this, Jarrett is like, no, seriously, this book changed me. I'm not that player anymore. I date intentionally. You know, I have focus and like, you know, I know what I want, blah, blah, blah. And Leah's like, yeah, sure.
LOL.
To the point where while Brenda, her friend Brenda, is like one of the news anchors, while she's interviewing Michael Todd, Leah and Jarrett start arguing like in her ear. She has to take the earpiece out for this.
Yeah.
Because they just can't get along.
Yeah. They're conflicting. Everything they say is, you know, against each other.
They've got opposite ideas about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that this pastor says is that they talk about like dating around, and he says this disgusting metaphor about like chicken nuggets. And if you're like basically saying dating around is like you're a chicken nugget bowl and you're letting everyone's hands touch your nuggets, and now like who's gonna want those nuggets?
Do you know
Which
why
is
it's
just the
disgusting?
most
It's because you know
disgusting.
he's talking about women having sex with men.
Yes.
Like, you know that's exactly what he's referring to, but just not saying it.
But he's referring to men having sex with women too. I mean, ostensibly, but it's still gross.
Yeah.
You're not.
This idea that sex is somehow like
it's dirtying
lowering.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lowering
exactly. Your value.
property value. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. It's a gross way to think. There's a lot of ways to live, you know?
Yeah. And listen, I think like ultimate, and I feel like this happens a lot with me and like religious content, I guess we'll say it that way, is that I can always find a message in that kind of stuff that resonates with me. And I think this idea of like intentionality, especially if you're like looking for a partner, is very important. And I'm like, hell yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. But then you mix in the fucking chicken nugget metaphor and it's like, okay, why did we go from like, listen, women or men can be intentionally like, I just need to get laid. I'm not looking for a wife. I'm looking for someone to hang out with for a little bit and like work out some stuff. Like I'm not in a place to open myself up emotionally so we can just have a good time. And that's okay. Like you're not
I guess
dirty.
It's like to their religion, that's a sin. So the idea is like people are like, but why can't I sleep around? And there's
Right.
no reason
There's no
other
reason.
than like God doesn't want you to. And so people are like, well, I need to know how it actually affects me.
Right.
What
Exactly.
does it actually do? And so they kind of give these scare tactics of
Yeah.
like, oh, it dirties you, it sullies
Right.
you.
Right. Instead of being intentional in that conversation and asking, okay, when you have casual sex, how does that make you feel?
Right.
Do you feel like it was a release? Do you feel positive emotions? Like, is it something that ultimately you feel good about? Or is it something that you're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel good about this. Not because of religion, not because of anything. Maybe you just don't feel like that person values you for more than just your body or whatever the case may be. And then look at it like that. It's like you can engage in casual sex, but if you know 9 times out of 10, you don't feel great after it, whether it's the partner or whatever, then like just engage in it less. You know what I mean? Like just don't do it as much and like focus on the like tangible effects or like the tangible feelings that you have with regards to a behavior that you want to either continue or stop.
And I think the book is really aimed at people who are like, or like in the movie, you know, it's like, I'm in a position that I don't want to be in. Dating hasn't worked for me the way I want it to. What's going on? And he kind of called like the 3 women, they kind of represent some different like call outs he has. So like Leah, she's got these high standards of this list. And so basically she's cut out any kind of real connection of like shared values and, you know, that kind of thing. Cause she's worried about like, what are his teeth like?
Listen, that's not an unimportant thing.
And to be honest, she had pretty good reasons for all the stuff on her list. So it wasn't that unrealistic.
Exactly. And also too, I think that like the list of whatever like you're looking for in a partner has been kind of demonized a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like, listen, if you know someone who makes a list and like they meet someone who's perfect for them, but he like doesn't meet one of their criteria, and so she doesn't want to see him anymore, it's like, okay, like maybe we can throw the list away. But for the most part, at least in what you said a little bit earlier and how I've always viewed it is like, it's kind of like, yeah, I would like a partner who does X, Y, and Z. Like I have my non-negotiables, right?
Yeah.
He should be kind. He should like me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
really? Those are like the main
those are the main ones. But like, would I like someone who's taller than me? Yes. And if I find that with the non-negotiable qualities, then like, hell yeah.
Like,
Lots of
great.
other things can be changed. If he doesn't have great teeth, we'll go see a dentist.
Go
If
see a
he
dentist.
If he likes wearing flip-flops, we'll break him of that habit. You know what I mean? It's not that hard.
So she's got her list, right? She's got her standards,
Leah's
and she's
the
not
list girl.
she's not forgiving of Jarrett.
Yes. And she shouldn't be. He cheated on her. And I'm sorry, you're allowed to not like be
Yeah.
with you're allowed to not want to be with someone who literally cheated on you.
Yeah. Brenda, her one friend who's an anchor, she's dating a guy and they've been dating for like 4 years and she's concerned it's never going toward marriage, which is what she wants. And he's kind of like, oh, I can't think about it right now.
Right.
And obviously marriage is what God wants. So that's like one of the other relationship types is that it's stuck. It's not going toward marriage, which is what in the world of this movie, what all relationships should move toward.
Of course.
And then Treese, of course, they call out as someone who just dates anyone who likes her. So it's without intention. And not even if they like her, it's anyone who shows interest, right?
Right.
Which, like, guilty. But okay, I like when they show interest in me. It's hot.
I mean, that's usually a good sign because the opposite of that is only going after people who don't.
Yeah, who show no interest in you.
interest in you. And it's like,
that doesn't work either, does it?
That's a bit more of an uphill battle. That who wants to do that?
Yeah.
And I think with Treese also, it's coming from a place as well with like family pressure, which is the part that I super related to because her family is just always asking, like, you seeing anyone? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I think I finally got my family to break that habit. Thank God. It only took nearly 35 years. I've been trying since I was an infant. But yeah, it's like you know, you have that added pressure. You have people in your life. Everybody's in happy, functional relationships. Like, why am I the broken one? Why does nobody want to come for me? You know? Yeah. This movie does not pass the Bechdel test in any way, shape, or form. Like, they're literally just talking about relationships the whole time.
Straight relationships. So they're just talking about men.
You know what? They should have thrown. I mean, I think that one of the assistants is gay, but
yeah, but we don't really.
We barely get to see him.
He doesn't get a romance, you know?
Yeah. What the heck?
So after this big argument, Jarrett and Leah are stuck. Their plane is canceled. Their flight's canceled, and they have to drive back together from Tulsa to wherever this is set.
New York, I
probably.
think. Yeah.
And so they're driving back. He's really annoying. He's like singing off key, and she's like super annoyed with him.
She's like, I'm Kelly Rowland and I can sing really well. So what are you doing?
But they get back, and Leah's friends, Therese and Brenda, they get really into the book. Like,
yeah,
Therese
while she was gone.
Like, she's like, oh my God, I have been dating without intention. I need to do this. And Brenda is like, I need to put my foot down. She moves out, and she breaks up with her boyfriend because she moves out, and then he's like, I just can't think about it right now. And so she's like, this is over. It's clearly not heading toward marriage. And she goes and stays with Therese.
I don't know what this says about me, but that was my favorite part. When she finally like stands up for herself, I was like, fuck yeah, leave that man. Like,
yeah.
If he doesn't know he wants to marry you, like, that's the thing, is that he couldn't even like give her a timeline.
Right. He couldn't be like, after this date, like, we will start looking at rings or something.
Right. I need to focus on my retirement. I need to focus on this right now. But in 6 months,
right,
like, you'll have a ring, or we'll start ring shopping, or like whatever.
Some kind of guarantee, but he didn't want to commit it all. And then because it's a movie, it has to be in a big way.
Ugh. Don't even get me started. But no, this was my favorite part because it wasn't, and I think people who want to misread what the intention of this whole like breakup / like what she was desiring from her partner, they'll say, oh, it's because she didn't get the ring. She just wanted the ring, blah, blah, blah. But she even says to him, she's like, I have put my desires for this relationship on hold and prioritized what you wanted. She's like, my faith and my like wants and needs were like given the backseat for all this time. And she's like, I need to put myself first. Like, I need to go after what I want. And she was right. If you can't give that to me, then this is done. I can find someone who will.
Yes. And when she says, like, and they don't say it flat out because, like, I think they're trying to be, you know, whatever, pretty chill about it. But it's like, she's like, I put my faith aside, meaning like you're living together before marriage.
They're unmarried. They're having sexual relations.
Oh, no, that's horrible.
No.
But luckily, the 3 girls, they get to go out.
This was my second favorite part. Yeah, I think we should start, Shelby, we should start going to clubs again. Okay. But only really early when no one else is there, and we can just like dance by ourselves and then leave.
We'll be the DJs, like warm up.
The hype girl, yeah. We'll be like, play it again.
Like it's 9 p.m. No one's here yet.
No, knowing us, it'd be like 8:30.
It's like
we do that like 8 o'clock. Yeah. Go directly after dinner and just dance it out a little bit and head home.
There you go.
Kelly Rowland was looking like a goddess in this. They all looked fantastic.
Seriously.
But Kelly in particular, I was like, girl.
Wardrobe
she's
kind
so
of
beautiful.
Popped off with this because her little suits were so good.
Everything she wore was fantastic. She looked immaculate the whole time. I was like, goddess. Like,
beautiful woman.
Truly. There was something in the water when Destiny's Child was forming because they have all aged backwards. They genuinely have. Yeah. They literally went backwards. I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm down.
It's so funny. She is so beautiful, and Method Man does kind of just look like a guy, like a handsome man, regular man.
Do you know what? That's the funny thing. I was like, that was such an odd pairing. And my sister was like, wasn't he named like hottest man or something like a couple years ago? And I was like, listen, I think Method Man is hot for a real person. Like he's I wouldn't say hot. I would say attractive. Like he's a good looking man. But Kelly Rowland?
Right.
Kelly Rowland is a goddess.
Mhm.
Okay? Make a statue. Somebody put her into a painting.
The Louvre.
The Louvre needs her. She's so pretty. And I was like, y'all couldn't find like a pretty boy like type to be her romantic interest.
But that's the thing. I think that they're like, no, you should lower your standards.
No,
I
and
think the movie is
100%
telling
that's
her
what they're
that.
telling you. No, 100% that's what's going on. And that's like, I was literally thinking about it because I know I was texting you last night and I was like, really? Like this doesn't feel like the right level of attractiveness. But I was thinking on it further and I was like, no, I think that's the point. It's kind of like Seth Rogen movies. No offense to Seth Rogen, but like, you know, like Knocked Up, right?
Yeah.
You get someone like Katherine Heigl
Right.
to be with Seth Rogen. It's like, oh, it's like when beautiful women date mediocre looking men. You're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, get uglier
I guess
women.
she Yeah, except you
That's what
can't
you're
find
saying,
any.
right? You can't find them.
But you can't find them because every woman is beautiful.
And that's kind of gay of us to think.
Yeah. I mean, we're all a little bit gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's America.
It's America. It's just like that idea where it's like, oh yeah, women are just better looking than men. And then like truly straight women are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, there are caveats to that statement.
Yeah, sure.
And normally, I would say like 98% of the time, the ugliest women I've seen, it's from the inside out.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, it has
Absolutely.
nothing to do with what they're wearing or how their body looks or how they're fit. It's literally just you can sense
The evil.
an energy.
Yeah.
A dark presence.
The rot.
Yes. It's festering and growing into her pores.
Looking at you, J.K. Rowling.
I haven't seen what she's looked like in a hot minute, but I would assume it's gotten
I know
worse.
the vileness that she spews from her.
Well, I was
Her little
thinking any
typing
like
fingers.
anybody in the current administration.
Oh,
I'm
sure.
Like, they just wither.
Okay, so Leah
Three
and
girls.
Jarrett.
Okay.
Leah and Jarrett, they see a cut of this story they're working on. Remember, they're working on a story.
Yes.
And
That's the plot.
They both hate it, you know, and they have notes. So this angel of an editor is
Yeah.
like, you guys, please leave me alone. I'll take both of your notes and incorporate all of it. And so during that time, while the editor's working on this cut of the story, Jarrett and Leah bond.
Mm-hmm.
This is their little time to bond. They do they like kind of come to terms with each other, do a little dance.
They sing it out. They hang out. They have a good time.
Yeah. And then the story ends up working really well. The edits, like their notes worked really well together. The editor did a great job. Props to that editor because like
Good job.
they seemed horrible to work for this.
Yeah, agreed.
So they are like, it's so good. The story, it comes out, it's a hit. And so they go out to celebrate. And
Yeah.
boy, do they celebrate.
They live in sin, ladies and gentlemen. They do the
They
dirty,
do. And the next
which is
one,
against God's will.
but it's so like they're having a date and like they're on their first drink when they reconcile and start kissing and stuff. And then like wake up in the morning and Leah freaks the fuck out. And she's like, we shouldn't have done this. It's only because we were drinking. And it's like, girl, you were not drinking when you started
You were
this.
not drinking, baby. Blame it on the alcohol all you want.
Yeah. But
It's
like
not true.
truly. And he's like, what? Because she is freaking out. Who's afraid of commitment now? Leah.
Well, I don't know if it's commitment, more so.
Well, I mean, because I think at this point she sees that they would work well together. And
Yeah.
But she's like, what did I do? Like, I can't forgive this guy. Like, this isn't, I don't believe people can change. And she kind of
Yeah.
refuses the call to change here.
LOL.
And he's like, and she's like, what part of the book is this? Like, when
Yeah.
we sleep together. And he's like, good point.
Yeah. Did Jesus tell us to sleep together? Ask him. Ask him in your little book.
Right. And that's the thing, is like, they're not getting punished, struck down for this.
No smiting.
But it's not God's will, sorry. So, she runs out, right? And gets back to work. Meanwhile,
Yeah, classic.
Brenda's man, the basketball player, and his whole thing is like, he's like, I'm retiring from basketball and becoming a referee So it's hard for me to think about anything else.
So funny.
But anyway, he comes crawling back to her, to Brenda, and is like, I've been reading this book that you were reading.
Talked about, yeah.
Will you please come to this basketball party I have tonight?
Yeah, it's like my final basketball party or something. His retirement? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's his retirement party.
It was a basketball party.
It's definitely a basketball party, but I think it's a retiring from basketball party.
Yeah, because she's debating it, and they're kind of like, well, we won't know if he's legit, if he's for real about what he says unless we go. So all the girls go. And while they're there, Aiden is the name. He proposes to Brenda, and she's like, finally.
Yeah.
And says yes. And she gets what she wants.
She got what she wanted.
But on the other hand, Leah, she gets the job that she wanted.
Yes.
Only to find out that Jarrett has withdrawn himself from the running.
So is the victory even all that sweet?
Right. So she goes to him and she's like, what? And why did you do that? You said you wanted this job. And he was like, well, you said that if I was serious about, wanting to apologize or caring for you, then I would drop out of the running, which is something she said, like when they first were talking, we're like, if you want to show you're sorry, like, don't try to take this job from me.
Right.
So he does that. And he's like, I gotta go. And of course she feels bittersweet about this.
Right.
And also,
classic.
She got him a little notebook that had like a little inside joke in it. And when he leaves it there. And I'm like, that's kind of
fucked up. Yeah.
That's fucked up. She did walk out on him in the morning, but like, that was mean.
Yeah, because it's also extra mean because this is supposed to be his like big gesture to show her that he's changed or that he like cares about her and like whatever. So he gave up the job, which is what she quote unquote wanted. But then it feels like this unnecessary salt in the wound kind of thing where he's like, yeah, I'm going to give her the job that she wanted, but like, she's not going to feel good about it.
Hope you're happy.
Hope you're happy you got that job. Now you get this notebook too.
Right. So that's where we leave her. And so after all this, like, people are reading the book some more, right? Treese decides to stop dating for a while, and she gets a dog named Boyfriend.
I love that idea. I think a cat named Boyfriend works better, if I'm being honest.
It's a cute name.
It's a really cute animal name.
Yeah.
And that will be something I will be saving in my back pocket for the future.
For the future.
So if anybody asks, I'm like, yeah, I do.
This is my boyfriend.
This is Boyfriend. Sorry, I have to walk Boyfriend. Because people would make that joke about their human male boyfriend. Do you know what I mean?
I gotta go walk my boyfriend.
I gotta go feed Boyfriend.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta go cuddle Boyfriend.
What are you feeding Boyfriend tonight? Oh, kibble.
Just some kibble. got some salmon thrown in there. Put some gravy and some fish oil. It's going to make his coat nice and shiny. And then they're like, wait a second. Who's Boyfriend?
His coat? I'm confused. Okay, so I don't remember what spurs this on.
So she is settling into her new job. It's only been a couple days. They have like the whole office surprises her with like the little surprise, you got the job, congratulations, and like everyone's there, blah blah blah. She's in her new office, etc. But she's obviously miserable. And so then she hears from I think the gay assistant that he accepted a job
in Los Angeles
for Audible,
yeah.
Which was like, again, what? Like that,
because Audible's owned by Amazon.
No, I know, but he's literally a nighttime TV producer who was taking a shot at daytime television producing, and now we're making him an Audible, but like, just make it a nighttime show in LA. Like, what are we doing? I hate when movies overcomplicate something and it adds no value to the content. So it just makes no sense.
But luckily for him, he never has to go to Audible because, hearing all this, Leah, she's like, oh no. She rips up her perfect man list.
Yeah.
And admits that she's in love with Jarrett. And her friends are like, oh, finally. Like, we knew that. We knew that. Finally, you got it. Last one to the party, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, you have to go to the airport to stop him.
Mm-hmm. Classic rom-com. They also do the thing here that I hate when they're like, I've seen every rom-com ever made. You have to run through the airport. I'm like, shut up.
Like talking about what we're doing. I know.
Yeah, we all know why we're here. You don't need to add the meta.
It takes some
it takes you out of it.
Value away. But so she just, I think Therese is like, I've seen every rom-com. Like, you can't just call, because she's like, why can't I just call him once he gets to
I would be like, can't I just call him? Like, I don't need to go to LAX. No.
Haven't you seen any rom-com?
It's like, shut up.
So she runs to the airport to catch him but can't catch. He's in line at security, and she calls aside a TSA person and makes them pull him out to like pat him down and stuff.
That was such a bizarre. I literally texted you and I was like, so her solution to getting him back is to get him fucking checked out by TSA, like what is it, like a full pat down or something? Like,
right.
He could have been detained. He could have been taken to jail. Like, what are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, what if he had something on him?
And he wasn't that far away. Also, he was like,
she could have just shouted
2 rows in to the TSA line. Jarrett, come here, Jarrett.
But that's
she didn't
not
even try that, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I was like, this was such an odd choice, because she didn't even attempt to do the easy thing.
Maybe we just needed to see her. It was off camera.
No,
she did that.
No.
But yeah, so he comes out and he's like, Leo, what the hell? I'm gonna miss my flight.
Yeah.
And she's like, I love you.
Yeah.
She says it just like that.
Well, yeah. She says, I hate you.
Yeah,
love.
She does
hate
say,
love
she
you,
does
which
tell him she hates him.
What are we doing?
She just doesn't know how to talk about her feelings, you know?
I guess. I suppose.
Is it a good movie?
No.
Listen, sometimes the script's not the strong point.
Listen, was it the worst movie I've ever... Oh my God, what am I? I'm so like... jittery.
It's not
I can't
even
get
the
my words
worst
out.
Christian relationship movie that I've ever seen.
No, because you haven't watched Redeeming Love yet. You have to watch that, and then you'll be like, this is the worst Christian religion. And it has nothing... It's written by a Christian author. It has nothing to do with the God bits of the movie that you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Maybe one day we'll cover it on here, because it truly is the most like bonkers movie I've ever watched. Yeah, so it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Will I be watching it again? No.
Certainly not. So we cut to later, right? Brenda is getting married. Pastor Michael Todd is officiating. He's got that uncanny valley look to him.
Uh-huh.
And Therese is like, we see her. I was like hoping she would get a boyfriend. She kind of flirted with a guy who has shown like, he's the other anchor, and he seems like, not a bad guy.
Yeah,
So.
I liked the bit where because like their whole thing, it's like the running joke for Therese is that she's always like really mean to him.
Yeah.
And he seems to like it. And at one point, at one point he's like, you're always so mean to me, and I think I like it. And I was like, oh, they're going to end up together.
They're going to end up together.
I knew immediately. I was like, oh, yep, that's what's happening.
Yes.
So I think it was fun for me to be like, oh, okay, they're still flirty, so maybe they will. Good for her.
I know, because she was the best character. I liked her.
She was so fun.
The actor knocked it. Some of the lines in this movie, there was a lot of stuff that was like, and then he said something out of pocket, or like, or they like use like lingo, or like, what's a thing millennials say?
Oh God. Don't ask me that question.
But
there's so many things.
That kind of thing where it was like seemed shoehorned in like lingo. But Therese, that actor, she made it sound natural and like, oh, this is just how this character talks.
Yeah.
Whereas for other people, it's like very much sounded like, and that bag slapped, like it just like it sounded like it's not how someone would actually describe something. Oh, you know what it was? Kelly Rowland was eating her dad's banana pudding, and she was like, this banana pudding is fire. Like, I don't think that she really feels that the banana pudding is fire.
I think let's put more fire emotion into your line delivery, Kelly.
Yeah, but there were a few things like that. So applauds to Treese for making it seem like that's just how the character is.
I looked her up because I was like, I've seen this girl. I couldn't figure out where I had seen that actor before, but she was on a Netflix show called Hentified that got canceled after a couple seasons, but it was about like gentrification in East LA. And they're like, I want to say she was one of the main characters, but I could be completely wrong. And she was a side character. I haven't watched that show in like years, so I don't really remember. But it was just about this like small business in LA that was it was like a restaurant that they were trying to keep open because of gentrification and rent going up and all of this kind of stuff. So they were using like the grandson, I don't know. And he was like, he went to college and he's smart. So he was supposed to help like save the family business.
Uh-huh.
And there were like other cousins and stuff. I think she was in the family, like the main family. I just can't remember who she was.
Well, she was great. I would watch her in more stuff.
Yeah.
The movie ends with Leah and Jarrett just like happy together, and they're both singing now in the car.
We get a couple little Kelly Rowland notes, and I was like, Method Man, shut the fuck up and let her sing.
They should have let him rap.
They do. I mean, to be fair, the closing credits is like a Kelly Rowland Method Man song.
They do have a song together, yeah.
So I guess whatever, but
I bet Pastor Michael Todd is thrilled with this movie. Yes. I bet YouTube Pastor Michael Todd is thrilled that this got made.
Oh, of course.
That it's starring Kelly Rowland and Method Man.
Yeah.
And that they did a song for it.
Yeah.
Like, I am sure he's thrilled.
I think we should check up on YouTube Pastor Michael Todd just to see if he was like posting about it or anything.
You know, I have no interest in doing it.
I'm nosy.
Yes.
I'm a nosy gal, so I'm just curious. I'll let you know.
Let me know.
I'll let you know.
Were there any other tropes or anything that stood out to you in this movie?
I mean, I think the biggest one was just like women ending up in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. We're supposed to think, oh, they're so happy at the end. But like, are they? Like, long-term happy.
Yeah, and we want to see a little bit more of why is he worth this?
Right.
Because I don't think that we really get...
We're told he's changed, but like...
Yeah, and we see them interacting, but like, what do we see him do for her other than drop out of this after everything, you know? And that kind of seems more confusing to... If that happened to me, I would just be more confused, I think, than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's just one of those things where when I'm watching a rom-com, and like, listen, I know that it's always better when the characters feel more human and they feel flawed. But it's sometimes when they choose the flaws for some of these characters that I'm like, that's the one you went with? He cheated on her, which he very much is not okay with, or like is even in the capacity to like be forgiving on, which is her right. She doesn't need to forgive someone who cheated on her.
Yeah.
But then you kind of make her feel guilty for not wanting to be with someone who cheated on her throughout the course of the movie and been like, oh, just let it go so you can be happy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you'll be happy for now.
Right. Unless he cheats on you again.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's why I'm still single. But I'm just like, there are certain things that like kind of like what we were talking about earlier, like our lists, right? But there are the few non-negotiables. And I feel like cheating is a really big betrayal of trust, ultimately. Yeah. And like, if you're someone who has been cheated on, you can forgive your partner for that, like, you're stronger than I am, because I don't hold grudges, but that's something I would never be able to. If you were late one day, I would always be thinking, well, was he really where he said he was? I don't know. I don't know if I can trust that. So I don't know. It just, and even with Brenda and her boyfriend turned fiance, I'm like, okay, he gave you what you wanted now after you kept asking for it and asking for it and asking for it and asking for it. He finally like made you his wife, but now what's the next thing? Is he not ready for kids? And you really want kids?
How uncomfortable do you have to make him for the
in order
next
to
thing
get
you want.
right, in order for you guys to have like an adult conversation about what you guys want out of your life together.
Yeah. And she does like talk to him, you know, saying like, okay, I shouldn't have gone along. Like I went along with you saying like we could take it slow or, you know, and not really put dates on that kind of thing. I shouldn't have gone along with that because it's not really how I feel. So that was like, you know, she owns part of that of like, she didn't tell him how much she wanted this because she was putting her needs aside. Right. And he was just happy to let that keep happening.
Right. And that's the thing that I couldn't forgive. You were happy. You were totally fine with me being miserable because, yeah, she might not have voiced it.
Yeah. But you can tell you could tell.
If you're not paying attention to your partner, like, you know, the only way you wouldn't be able to know is if you truly were not paying attention to your partner. So I'm just like, you let me be miserable because you didn't want to have an uncomfortable conversation. Like,
yeah.
No, I'm not really down for that.
Right.
Long term, especially long term. You're talking about starting a life with this person. You're talking about starting a family with this person. Like, how do you know that he's not just going to let you deal with the child care and all of this stuff and be like, oh no, she hasn't said she needed help. It's like, hello.
Right.
We live here together. What do you mean?
Yeah, this is your kid. Like,
this is our house.
It's
It's like when they don't know what brand of fucking bread you eat the bread every day. You don't know what brand we have at the house. You don't know if we have any more. Like, what are we doing?
I've heard of this.
Weaponized incompetence.
I've heard of this weaponized incompetence.
Yeah. But I just think, like, listen, I'm not trying to be down on love, but I just think it's hard for me to be like, yeah, love won in this situation when I don't feel like the partners in this situation or even the kid, like the women themselves have really done that much growing. It's
a formulaic rom-com in a way that leaves you not fulfilled.
Yes. I'm not satisfied.
Right.
I don't think anybody really got what they were looking for. I think they just got like, okay, we're fine for now. Let's just move on. Yeah.
And that's on it being made to sell a book.
Yep. A Jesus book.
Yes. Because otherwise you would just have the characters following the things of the movie without like, you know, saying it so much.
Yep.
But anyway, what age would you most like this movie?
God. I forgot we were doing this. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I would have to be fairly young because I would need to not know what was going on. Yeah. Really. Like if it was just, I think maybe like 11. I don't know, like 11-ish. So I could be like, oh, just 3 gals. What's adult life going to look like? And then like they fall in love and like they seem happy at the end. So I'd be like, yay, love wins.
They did, love wins.
Without any like critical thought or like digging into the real like meat and potatoes of what was wrong with those relationships.
I, of course, would have liked it. I think around 15 was my Christian phase.
Oh, that's right.
I was going to church. So that's when I would be defending it.
Most people go the other way, but you were like, I'm a rebel. I'm going to church.
Well, as you know, I was raised by atheists in an atheist family. So that was my rebellion.
I know, which is why I love it. It's so fun. I would watch that sitcom of just a girl who's like being raised in a atheist family who's like, it would be a storyline. It wouldn't be the whole sitcom. It would be a storyline in the sitcom where she's like,
that?
I would watch that genuinely.
Okay, let me
I feel like
it.
it would. I feel like it would low-key read like Modern Family.
Yeah,
a little bit, where it's just like one of the kids comes in and is like, I'm Christian now.
Yes, it would talk
and
about
it's like
faith,
the plot. Yeah,
much like the Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon,
the musical.
Yes.
Well.
We did it. We made it through.
We talked about it. We did it.
No more religious trauma, guys. Whew.
No.
We really got through that.
No, we don't have to do that anymore. All we have to do is give a nice shout out and hello to our $10 patrons. A shout out to Hit People Guy. Shout out to Catherine W. And a shout out to darlinghomebody.com. Nicole J.
Yes. And remember until next week to keep falling in love
with yourselves.
Bye. Oh my God, we sing like Destiny's Child.
If you'd like to find the Rom-Complex on social media, head on over to Instagram or TikTok at the Rom-Complex.
You can also find us on our website, theromcomplex.com, where you can have access to all of our latest episodes and links to our social media pages, as well as Patreon.
That's right, our Patreon is at patreon.com/theromcomplex. Head over there and you can sign up for any tier and gain access to mini episodes, tarot readings, watch-alongs, and more. And of course, if you're a $10 patron, we will shout you out on every episode. Thanks for listening!